like for instance, Fred, uh, um, the inside scoop on when you bought your first house. You know what I mean? Like the inside scoop from making that decision to look for a house to looking for a realtor. How was your first experience with your realtor? Did everything work out, or did you have to switch realtors? Did you learn anything about redlining and how the schools work? So you know, the more expensive neighborhood you live
Right.
in, the better the schools are going to be.
Yeah.
And they got a percentage of graduation and test scores on a scale of 1 to 10. So they'll your school will be a grade, and all I can afford is to put my son in a school that was a 7. A 8 or 9 or 10 would have
Right.
been double what I paid for my house.
Right.
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 You see what I'm saying? So we need to talk about shit like that
Yeah. Because
and how like
uh, a lot of folks actually start they search with that key. You know what I'm saying? That prospect on the schools system,
yes,
the value of the schools, what they rated.
yes,
That's where they
like
look for. You know what I mean? If it's
yeah,
high
cause
rated, they like, yeah, I'm building a family. The value of the property is about to shoot up if it's a good price because of the school district.
yeah. But if you want the very best for your kids, now you're talking about $1 million home. You know what I mean? If you want them to go to the top, the best of the best, elementary, junior high, high school, now you're talking about $1 million.
Private schools and charter schools.
That type of shit. See what I'm saying? But first, because the first house I looked at, dude, the school district was a 3 on a scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah.
And shit, AV high school was a 3.
Right.
So you want what's better for your kids. So like I said, I was renting an apartment in a school district that was an 8 and 9, but I couldn't afford the houses in that neighborhood.
Yep.
Right.
You know what I
Yep.
mean? And the difference is, in those schools, they have like a journalism class in junior high. They have a robotics class in junior high. You know what I mean? They got shit like that in the schools that are like 9s. So you go to a 7, they don't have journalism classes.
Or
They don't
lower.
have, you know what I'm saying? They have less
I wish I would
resources.
have looked into
Yeah.
some of that
But
stuff
and that's
when I bought my house.
Right.
Cause man, when I
but
bought my
see,
house, man,
that's
like
part of
3 months later, I ended up finding out I was next to a crack house. Right next to a
Yeah.
crack
well,
house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
and you know what, Fred? Your realtor's supposed to know that information. But they so busy trying to get that
Yeah,
commission,
that's
they
what it
really
is.
don't give a fuck about you.
That's what it is,
Yeah.
man. We have
You
people
see
And
what I'm
right
see,
here
saying?
in front of my house just living in cars, man. Right next, but the house is
Damn.
actually it's like a halfway house. You get what I'm saying?
Mm,
So like people
yeah.
off the streets go to this house to get room and board, and we didn't know nothing about that, man.
God damn. See, and that's some and your realtor knew that shit, dog.
It's 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 it's
Yeah.
it's,
It,
Like
li-
it's
we
better
were talking
now
earlier.
because everybody got cameras and they calling the police on this house all the time. So the stuff is slowing down, but
right,
still, you know what I'm
right.
saying?
Yeah, and then yeah, yeah, and then you know that's the biggest purchase that anybody gonna
Yeah,
make,
that's what I'm
dog,
saying.
is a house. You know what I'm saying? So my experience, dude, I had first time buying my house, dog. I meet these people and they want you to sign an exclusive deal, right? Sign some paperwork with them. But if you sign some paperwork, you stuck fucking with that realtor, even if that realtor
Right.
is lazy and full of shit.
Right. You
So I'm
locked
not
down.
signing shit. So they look at me. I know how they look at me, dog. I can tell how you treat me. You know what I mean? You show me a few houses. I say, no, I don't like this. This is what I like. And now you don't want to fuck with me unless I
Right.
sign
Right.
exclusively to you. You know what I mean? So I had this one cat. I had to get rid of this girl, Mexican chick. I had to get rid of her. I hired this Mexican dude. He was cool, but he was taking me in areas where the school district was a 3 and shit.
Yeah.
And then we go to this one house. It was a nice fucking house. It was like colonial style. That shit was tight. A
Right.
little older, but it was nice. And the carpet in the loft area was fucked up. And then, I go into the master bathroom and the bathroom was fucked up. So now this motherfucker talking about, it's a good deal, but you can get that carpet fixed and you can get that bathroom fixed. I told that nigga, dude, I ain't no maintenance
Yeah,
man,
that's
dog.
real.
What the fuck is you talking about? Dude, I don't know, dude.
Exactly.
I don't know nothing about this shit. I'm not get. I want my shit
And I ain't finna
nice
hire
before
no
I get
Yeah.
in
damn
that motherfucker.
contractor
Move
to
in
come up
ready.
in here and then get me again. Like you already getting me.
Right. So then he gonna talk to my lady dog and be like, I really care about you guys and I want to see you guys get something nice. And as soon as
Yeah,
he
it's
said that
over.
shit,
You
Fred,
shouldn't have
I
went to
fired
my
his
lady
ass.
and said shit.
'Cause- especially
You
lying,
shouldn't have went to
saying you
my
care
lady and
about
said nothing.
me. Nigga, right.
Now,
You don't know us,
yeah,
motherfucker.
nuh-uh.
Fuck is this?
I'd have fired his ass too.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I got rid of him, dog. But I went through like 5 or 6 different realtors, dog, and motherfuckers don't want to work.
Yeah,
They don't want to do their job, dog. You know what I'm saying? And then I talked to one of the homies, and he was like, "Look, nigga, you the boss. You the one with the bag of gold. They work for you." So once he broke that little knowledge down to me, dog, I
right.
handled myself a little different.
Yeah.
And I started talking to realtors, and I was like, "Look, man, I'm looking for a dog. I'm looking for somebody that can go work for me. That whatever I say they do, and then once I tell you what I want, feed off of that and
Exactly. And
just
don't
bring
take
me
me
shit back because
nowhere
that's what
else.
I want. And,
Don't take me
and I'm not
nowhere
willing to
else.
compromise. And I was talk dog. And I was telling this one dude, white dude, I said, "Are you my dog? Are you my dog?" He said, "Yeah, I'm your dog." I said, "What?" So prove it to me. That nigga said,
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
hey
Okay.
dog,
I want you. I want you.
hey
He said,
dog,
"You my
You gonna
listen,
dog?"
work for me now. Okay.
Show me
listen.
you my
I got
That
dog.
you.
mother,
He started barking.
listen, right.
Yep. Yep.
Hey, look,
That nigga started
that
howling at the
motherfucker dog.
moon.
He was showing me
Ooh.
like,
Yeah.
you got, hey, that nigga went
For
full team
real.
whip on the
For
nigga, boy.
real.
Yeah. He's hungry. He's
Hey,
hungry.
but look, that motherfucker was showing me 15
Yeah,
houses
that's
a day,
crazy.
dog.
Right.
That's crazy. He
That's
went
That
what
the
you need
worst
motherfucker,
though.
way.
That's
He
listen,
what
went
you
the
that
need.
worst way.
motherfucker was dog. He was grinding, and then look, we couldn't find nothing. We still couldn't find nothing because I'm a
Right.
germaphobe. My shit got to be tight. So I found a builder and got my house built, from the ground up. So I'm over at the builder chopping it up with old girl, and she was like, "Well, shit, you got a real estate agent?" I was like, "Yeah, but I had to go find this on my own." And she was like, "Well, you don't have to give him the commission." I was like, "No, no, 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 no. That motherfucker
He
worked
worked.
hard.
He worked.
He put that
Yeah.
work in." So
He
I
ended up
called him
even
and I said, "Look,
finding.
dog, I found a house. It's a new build. Come handle your business." So he came and make sure all the paperwork was good. But old girl, from the builder, she was trying to undermine that dude.
Yeah, because she wanted that commission.
Right. But no, man, that motherfucker,
Oh,
hey,
that's
that motherfucker put
crazy.
that work in, dog. And right. And you know what I'm saying? I mean, I got hood game, street
Hey,
game,
that's good karma. That's good karma for you too.
no real talk. Cause I'm like, dude, he worked hard. And you know what I mean? He was grinding. And I'm sure he was like, damn, this motherfucker picky, but dog. And then we put a couple offers in, and at that time the market was strong. So say you trying to buy a house for like 250,000 way back then, they was going on a bidding war. And I'm
Oh
like,
yeah.
fuck that. Whatever y'all list that shit, that's what I'm not
Hell
bidding with
yeah.
nobody.
Call
I
me.
ain't playing that
Call
Yeah.
me when
fucking
you
game.
got it.
This
Yep.
ain't
End
this
up
ain't the
being two.
auction.
Yeah. End up being 280. Almost 300. Like, come on,
Right.
man.
That's a
So
And it
setup.
ain't
so
even
it
worth 250.
no. So it was a house. It was a house that we wanted, dog. And the backyard was tight, and it was kind of like a mountain in the backyard. The mountain was bigger than the fucking house, and they had like a little deck, and you could see the whole fucking city, dog. That motherfucker was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
But they was going on a bidding war. So we already, stepped in and bought this new house. So then they want to come back and say, well, if you come back to the table we'll give you $4,000 cash and all this other shit. Nah, man,
Yeah.
y'all missed the boat. Y'all play games. We was trying to buy that motherfucker.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? And
Right.
y'all
Right.
Yeah,
played.
yeah,
Yeah.
I ain't with
yeah.
all that
It's all
bullshit.
about that bread, JoJo. You know how they move.
Yeah. So how it first started for me, I went to I knew a partner that was trying to buy a mobile home. You know, he went to the nice little new mobile home. So I went with him and shit. I didn't know nothing about buying no house. And, you know, the mobile homes was tight. The dude was like, well, look, just go get a lender and ask them what you need to do to make your credit right. So I was like, cool. I called my sister and she cussed me out. She was like, motherfucker, don't you buy no mobile home because it has no value. She said, as soon as you sign the contract and buy it, you're going to lose money because the value going to drop. So I was like, cool, I ain't going to do that. So I fixed my credit and I got with a lender. Motherfucker hooked me up. He had me approved in like
That's,
30 minutes, dog. Gave me the
Yeah.
first offer letter, right? So I'm looking for a house. I can't find a house. I'm like, hey man, you got to up that shit up, dog. It ain't nothing out here for that price.
Yep.
So he did it again and did it again. So he was at like 3.8 or 3.9, right? That was the market value. So I find another house and dude was like, well shit, what's your interest rate? And I said 3.9. He said, well shit, I can do it for 3.7. So I was like, cool, let me holler at my loan motherfucker.
Yeah.
And he was like, nah, I can't do 3.7. And I was like, well, shit, if you can't do
yeah, I'm out.
3.7, I'm about to go with old boy. And this motherfucker, you know what this motherfucker gonna tell me? This is not how you do business. I said, look, nigga, this ain't business. This personal.
Yeah,
This personal.
yeah. This is
I'm
personal.
trying to
Yeah.
get the best rate, which
That's
means
what you
less
told him,
money I
Joe.
gotta pay.
Yeah.
Straight
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
This is
Straight up, dog.
personal,
Fuck
huh?
you. Who you
For
talking
real.
Yep.
to?
Yep.
Right. Yeah, it
I
ain't
heard
business.
that.
It's personal. Real talk.
All the
I'm buying a
business is
house. Fuck
personal for
you.
me
So
already. I heard
real
that.
talk. So I dog. So I found another lender, and that motherfucker was able to go to 3.4.
Yeah.
So I got rid of that
Keep
other
moving
motherfucker
on.
and got the best
Already.
motherfucking interest rate.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But motherfuckers act like you ain't. I guess I don't know if it was because I was black, but
Right.
they act like you ain't supposed to know shit, and
Right.
you just supposed to just dive in there and you know.
And if you a
Go,
first time home buyer, that's how they gonna fuck with you. They gonna treat you like trash. They gonna treat you, you know what I mean, like nigga, you owe me.
Exactly.
Nah, you work for me, motherfucker. You know, if you
right.
can't do what I want, then I'm moving on. I'm finna bounce. But you know, if somebody first time home buyer, they like, oh man, I got approved. Oh shit, seven
You
point
just excited.
seven point
Yeah.
nine. Ooh, I can't get better than that. But most likely you can. You know what I'm saying? You might want to take your time a little bit, maybe wait 3 more months and get your credit up just a little bit more and find a different lender.
Man,
You
sometimes
know
it
what I'm
takes
saying?
people
But
years to
but yeah,
find a
man,
house.
you gotta be smart. Yeah,
It
yeah,
does.
a lot of times. A lot of
It
times.
does. It does. And then, like I said, dude, if I tell you I want a big backyard because I got dogs and I want 2,000 and something square feet, don't come at me with 17,000 in the small goddamn backyard.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I
But you
heard
understand what I'm saying, Fred? You know how they do it.
This is what I want. This is what I want. Give me that.
Find it. That's it. That's your job. Just
Yeah.
find
But,
that. Ain't
but
no
in his
compromising.
defense, though, in his defense, the market ain't always got that shit.
Di-
You
But
know,
you know what? The
it don't send
market
me shit.
did. No. At that time, the market did. It's just, motherfuckers just, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's close enough. Ain't no close enough.
right, right,
You see what I'm saying? I got dogs. I need a nice sized yard, and if family come over, I want to be able to entertain and not be
right,
cramped
right,
up and uncomfortable. If somebody come over, you know what I'm saying? I want to be able to entertain and have
right.
it the way I want it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But even all that being said, I still wasn't
Yeah,
happy with the
I'm not
first house
happy
I
with the
bought.
house that I got right now. I'm trying to get out this house right now and move to Texas. Still, look, I told you that how many years ago, Joe? I'm still on that mission.
A couple
Yeah.
years ago,
You know what I'm saying? I'm still on that
Yeah.
mission.
real
I'm
talk.
I'm still the interest on this house has gone up double what we paid,
Yeah.
huh?
So you did a conventional,
Yep.
you did a conventional loan, because you know if you would have did an FHA, because you know you'll be locked
Right,
in to what
right,
rate you are.
right.
Yeah. And that's what's fucked up. The lenders know that shit, right? And they're gonna give
Yeah,
you some kind of fucked up loan
and
product.
that's and listen, that's why my house sold so fast because I was at 3.4, and then the market at that particular time was at like
Right.
4.7, 4.9.
Yeah.
So that was attractive to people coming to see the house. But then, you could tell somebody's first house. And if somebody got experience in moving, they don't want a starter house. And that was basically a starter house. I didn't have no porch in the backyard. I had like a little step and shit. And motherfuckers want a deck. They want to put some chairs out there and kick it. And
Mm-hmm.
my first house didn't have all that. It just had the little 3 stairs to go
Right.
down to the fucking backyard.
Yeah, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So I was lucky to find an investor that was just buying houses in the neighborhood,
Mm-hmm.
and he gave me what I asked for. It was no negotiation, no nothing.
Oh,
He was like, "Cool,
lucky.
bam."
Yeah. I guess you thinking like, damn, I should do that bitch up another 10,
Well, it was the
15K.
market, and then in Texas every April the new home evaluations come out, like towards the end of April, May. I sold my house at the beginning of April, and then at the end of April and May, my house went up another
Mm-hmm.
25,000.
Yeah.
So that's what you need to find out, Fred. What time of the year they do that yearly
Right,
house
right,
evaluation shit, and try to, yeah, you
that's
don't want
right.
to leave no money on the table.
But your investor who purchased your crib from you knew that.
I'm sure he did because he owned like 4 or 5 other houses in the neighborhood.
Yeah, he knew that.
Yeah, but shit, dog. And then I end up renting from him. I stayed in my house like an extra month and a half because the new house we was building wasn't ready, so I ended up paying this nigga rent
Yeah.
to stay in. You know what I'm saying? Because listen,
Yeah.
he bought the house, like I said, real quick. Started renovating shit. We had an office in the front. He put a wall, turned it into a room,
You was
all
still in
kind of
there?
shit. Not while we were staying there. No, not
Oh,
while we were
okay.
staying there, but right after we left. But yeah, I had to shampoo the carpets and get everything ready for him or whatever, and that type of shit. And I had to give him like a security deposit. I got my deposit back and all that shit. But
Yeah.
it was a cool situation when I bought my new house. I mean, we did everything we wanted and got whatever we wanted. And I
Yeah.
think our interest rate on this new house is like
Yes.
3.2, nigga.
Yeah. Yeah. Still
Even
Right,
great. Still
even
got a
right.
better
good
than the
one.
first one.
Yeah.
Because when you get a new build and you go through a builder, they're the bank. They can be just like the first interest rate, they beat any interest rate because they're the bank.
Right. Right.
They own this land and they building like 1,000 houses or whatever the fuck they doing. So they got wiggle room, and then they gave me like 10,000 towards my closing.
Right. You got them special deals, man. Yep.
Right. You see what I'm saying?
And it's brand new. And the other
Yes.
beautiful thing about it is if it's a community that there's still other houses being built, they're not finished being built yet either, right?
No.
So
Right.
so by the time you buy your house and it's not even being built, you might move in 2 months later or whatever. Now you got the price of that house already went up in that two
Yeah.
months you was waiting. You know what I
Yep.
mean? So
Yep.
you got already got 2 months of equity,
Straight
you know what
up.
I'm saying, built. So you just
Yep.
made money moving into this house.
Right.
You just
Just
made
for the
money. You
just
could
for the
turn around.
closing.
Yeah,
The closing, it was like 45 days closing. The
right,
house
Mm-hmm.
went up $3,000.
right. You could turn around and sell it right then and
Already.
make a
Yep.
profit if
Real
that's
talk.
what you're doing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, and plus, like I said, dude, when I first started, I can tell, I'm black, and I say, oh, I don't like this house. They think I'm full of shit. Like they don't want to fuck with me. And you can feel that shit, dog. We got a spidey sense when it comes to racism
Oh yeah,
and how people are uncomfortable being
Right.
around,
oh yeah,
us and that type of shit. So the first 2, 3 real estate agents, dude, they was kind of like, oh, he ain't really trying to buy. No, motherfucker, I'm trying to buy what I want,
Sound like you was
not
messing
what
yeah,
with
you
a
want.
couple of Spanish people too. Mm.
Yes, sir. Oh, they. Oh, yeah, yeah. And look, the motherfucker. And look, all listen. When I say racism, it don't matter what color you is because the motherfucker that was a pit bull for me was a
Right,
white boy.
right,
Looked like Richie Cunningham.
Yeah,
And that motherfucker was a monster. He did. I mean,
right,
dog. He was fantastic.
yeah,
And I tried to use him again, but he got promoted. He was at a top position in the company, so he couldn't fuck with me no more. But I tried to
right.
go back to him.
yeah, yeah.
So he recommended some lame broad. She came over, dog, to the house, and we was telling her everything, and then she was lazy with it. She
Vibe
when I
wasn't
bought my
right.
second house, she was just lazy with it and just trying to show us shit that we didn't want, and the communication was messed up. And I'm like, what's going on? So I was like, you know what? Don't come back. I'll find somebody else because
Right.
you ain't doing what I told you to do.
Mm-hmm.
Then I found this Mexican lady and husband and wife team, dog. They knocked that shit out the motherfucking box, dog. She had my house sold in
Wow.
7 days.
Yeah.
That they came over, nigga. They had tape measures, nigga. They was like, oh man, I got an investor. I don't want to say nothing early, but shit, let me go holler at him, send him some flicks.
Right.
And in
Oh, that's
7 days,
tight.
dog, my shit was sold.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And
It's
that's
just
like,
that
yeah,
during COVID, it was a delay because the lumber prices went up during COVID. So it was a delay on my new house because of that shit. And then when COVID first started, they shut everything down for like 2-3 weeks
Mm-hmm.
or a month. And that was
Right,
during when I was
right.
getting my shit built. So like I said, I had to stay a little extra and pay rent to old boy, but he was cool with it. He
Already.
wasn't tripping.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So it's a learning curve. I mean, and I wish I would have had this information before I started. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like, because if your first time home buyer, these real estate agents gonna try to take advantage of you, dog. They're gonna try to strong arm you and oh well, you don't really need that. You
And
can
they
no,
do.
bitch. This is
And
what I
they
said I
do.
need.
Yeah.
And then you end up making a choice that you like, fuck, I
Why
don't
did I
even
do
like
that?
this motherfucking
Why did I
house.
do that? Just because I wanted a house, I settled with this, But yeah, you got to think about it. And what we were discussing earlier about fucking what the school ratings, the districts in the schools, that's
That's
that's rule
important.
number one right there. Check out the school district, and you already know by doing that, the value of that property is going to go up. If the school
Let
district is coming up, that
and
property value coming up too, and more
and
people.
look, I'm gonna throw this little tidbit out there because you said that. I started to look at the schools, right? So here's what I learned about a school that's a 10 out of 10. That means everybody's passing their test scores, everybody's fucking graduating. A 10 out of 10, dog. That means everything is good. When you drive past the gate and they have those little banners on the fence,
Hmm.
that motherfucker said we building future leaders today. That's what it
Yeah.
said. So every time the kids go to school, they see that shit. You go to the other schools, go Hawks, go
Yeah.
Wow.
Tigers, go Panthers. That's all the fuck it says, dog. Ain't no you guys are leaders.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ain't none of that shit.
That shit
Go Big
subliminal.
Red. Dog. And look,
Yep.
advertising. That means something. You go into a school every day, you see
Every
Yep.
you a
day.
leader. You a leader. You gonna be a future leader. Not that you gonna be the mailman or the postman or got a wicked jump shot or you can tackle good.
Yep.
You a leader. That's the first message they see every day when they go to the school. So during my house hunting, that's what I learned. Like, god damn,
Yep.
this a
Yep.
cold game.
If you ain't dialed in, you don't pay attention to that shit. Most people don't. You know. Most people don't. You wasn't taught to
Real
look for
talk.
stuff like that.
No. And then I talked to somebody like, I asked somebody, well, how come you ain't buying no house, dog? Oh, no, oh, that's a waste of money, dog. I'm paying rent already. Why would I want to pay rent again? And I was like, well, you look at it like this, dog. You paying rent to yourself, but you got to look at it like a business because you building equity. It's property. It's a dwelling, and over time, like say for instance, you live in a house for 3, 4 years. Now you got $100,000, $200,000 in
Yep.
equity.
Hopefully.
So you live in listen, I lived in an apartment building for 10 years, dog. When I left that apartment building, all I
Yep.
had was the shit I came in with. I didn't have nothing else. I
Yeah.
sold my first house, dog. I had 80,000 in the bank, 90,000 in the bank, chilling when I sold my first house. So when I sell my next house, I'm gonna have even more than that. So and look, I don't give a fuck about this house, dog. I don't care about this house. This house is a means to
Right.
an end. I'll sling this
Right.
motherfucker just like I did the first one.
Yeah. Yep.
So I'm looking at it as a business, as an asset, as trying to build wealth. And but it's what you do with the money,
Once you got it, once it's posted, yeah.
right?
Right.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Flip it, open up a laundromat. Well, I mean, do something
Yeah. Don't
because
let it,
because the
don't burn it off.
goal,
Don't waste
at
it.
least my goal, is to be independent, independent, and of anybody saying, oh, you running late, or you need to do this, or you need to do that.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, because I mean, I can sell this house tomorrow and buy another house tomorrow and have over 200
Buy
grand in my
another
goddamn
house,
bank account.
rent it out.
And right. And still live the, yeah. Or just still live in another house like I'm living in this house, but with
Yep.
200 G's in my bank account.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? And just continue doing what I'm doing with
Yep.
200 G's in my bank account.
Yeah.
That's
With the
right.
option to do what you want.
Right. Instead of just renting and renting. So I'll be trying to. I mean, whoever listens, I'll be trying to tell them, dude, if you can buy, dog. I mean, look, you got to look at it as a boss, like a business, dog. And that's the way I look at it. I don't look at it like, oh, I got this house, because the American dream is whatever you want. It ain't what they say it is. It's however you want to move in this world. That's the American dream. They talking about, be a mailman, work for 40
Yeah.
years, 30 years, retire and live off a pension. Yeah, that's not that don't work anymore.
Be a cop.
You gotta
That's right.
think unconventional.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I want to
That's
be
real.
12.
You know, and that goes with like people. Like say for instance, Fred, you know somebody, and they want to stop smoking, they want to stop drinking, and they want to stop cussing. Right? They want to. This is a personal decision they made. So do you stop fucking with your family because they smoke, they drink, and they cuss, just because you're trying to make yourself better, or can you differentiate the two and be like, you know what, I still love them, they great, but this is
Yeah,
what I'm gonna do,
exactly.
but we can still
If
kick.
there's a will, there's a way. And if you got a strong will, you'll be able to do whatever you want to do. Period.
But it's a lot of people
Yeah.
that choose the latter and say fuck their family and try to get a new family of people that they really don't know, but they think that they live in the same lifestyle as them. But then when shit hit the fan, they realize, damn, they not family.
Yeah.
And now you got to crawl back to your family after you done treated them like shit because you thought you was on your high horse.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm
All I
saying?
know is
Yeah.
that people like that is they soft minded. You know what I mean? Uh, if you see somebody doing anything and you don't want to do it, you don't have to. You don't have to.
Man,
You know what I mean? It's as simple as that.
straight up.
And if you gonna look at other people and look at them different because you different, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? You get the hell on. We don't need you here anyways. You know what I'm saying? Um, and
That,
a lot of people
yeah.
that's just soft minded to me. That's just soft. You just super soft, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ye-
How you going like the folks that you've been around, been raised with, who instilled this and that in you, that made you who you are, you know what I mean? Especially if they true and they down and all and they respect you and they cut for you and all that good shit. Like, why would you not want to deal with them because of they do some shit that you don't do personally or don't want to do? You're judging them. How you gonna judge these folks over time? Like, was you judging yourself then when you
And,
grew up in the mess?
and
When you
check
was
it out.
there? When you seen it?
And
When
Right.
check
you
it
did
out.
it?
If I
You
know
know?
you that well and I know you going through that and you don't want to do that, I'm gonna be looking out for you anyways. Oh no, my homeboy, he don't even mess around. You know what I'm saying? Leave him alone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He ain't even
yeah,
Off top.
yeah, yeah,
Off
yeah.
top.
There's plenty of folks that I fuck with who don't smoke. You know what I'm saying? And they
Dude.
don't smoke. They hey, whatever. They ain't judging me. You know what I'm saying? They still fuck with me because I'm who I am. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
And I fuck with people that don't cuss. I try to not cuss around them, but shit, the
right,
cuss
that's
words
what it
gonna come
is.
out.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Shit
So
gonna come
yeah,
out.
yeah. That's heavy. That's heavy.
So I mean, look, if you make a decision, you cool, Fred?
You freeze.
It look like he frozen. Old Dwayne Wade statue face. Hey,
Oh
you back?
ghost. Oh ghost head.
Oh, say it ain't so face. Uh, yeah, man. I mean, look, if you kicking it and what's wrong with this nigga? What's going on here, boy? That nigga walking
Smoking.
around like a bobblehead. Come on, sir. Hey, that's a tight little alien you got coming out that wall though. But listen, if you kick it, turn
Was
it off
talk.
and come back in.
We could we could read your lips, nigga. I heard you. Yeah,
Yeah,
we was
get
talking
out,
about you.
get out. There you go, and come back in. But yeah, dog, if you I don't know if you want to change your life, if you want to do anything, that's a personal decision. But don't shit on your family and your friends because you trying to. Oh shit, Fred, you pulled the levy on us and got two screens open.
Yeah, you had to close out both of them.
You got to close the screen out. There you go. Close that other one out too. So yeah, dog. I mean, if you make a personal decision to clean your life up, you know what I'm saying? That's good for you. Kudos. But don't shit on everybody else because they haven't came to that,
Yeah, hey, you
you know,
right,
in
dog.
their life.
Yep, yep.
They happy with the way things are going in their life.
If they
And
want to
that's
get
on
there, they will.
and
If
if
they
they don't
don't,
ever get there, they won't.
yep,
But just because you want to start working out and run marathons, nigga, I don't have to run with you. And you ain't gotta not fuck with me because I don't run with you. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? Life is staying solid, man. Being solid and just, being good peoples, man, and stop judging people. That's the worst thing you can do is throw stones and look down on other people.
right, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, not even checking yourself, nigga. You know, like shit. Look in the mirror. You judging, but look at you.
Yeah, look in the mirror, dog. Shit.
What
You
you
we listen.
contradict? You a walking contradiction.
Yeah, we came from the trenches together. So like I said, kudos that you want to, take yourself in a new direction. I'm happy for you, but don't shit on everybody else because they don't they find in their own skin and they want to do what they want to do.
Yeah, yeah,
There's enough room for everybody to be who they are and have their own little personality.
yeah. You can reach back and try to pull people in the direction, a better direction. But
Yeah,
they cut
but
your hand
yeah,
off.
but yeah, but be yourself, man. Don't you ain't got to shit on nobody to get up, get ahead. That's basically what it is. You trying to move forward, but there ain't nobody on that same frequency, so you want to shit on 'em. Instead
Yeah,
of you do what you do, we gonna be happy for you. We gonna congratulate you, man. Good job, man. I see the growth. I see the improvement. We gonna shout you out and be cool with you, but don't shit on us because this is who we are. You knew this going in. You know the assignment. You know what it was. You
yeah,
knew this going in, and that's what I call a switch up. When a motherfucker want to switch up, you know what I mean? That's like when you get you know a cat and he with his girl, he all booed up. And then when you see him, he real different with his girl.
yeah.
So, but then when you see him by himself, yeah, man, I was with my girl, man. Don't worry about that, man. But you know, hey, what's up? What y'all doing tonight, man? What's going on, man? Yeah, shit, I'm down for whatever.
Nigga,
But when you with your,
my dude living a
huh?
lie. My dude living a lie. You know, you got to be the
Right?
same. You got
Like,
to be the
oh my
same all
god,
around. Be the same
that
all around.
man, can I bring my girl?
Hey, that was the point. That was a good point you were saying the other time though about that.
About
You know
what?
what I'm saying? Like what Fred said too. He was like, "Hey, I'm on the smoke. You you know you either gonna be with me or you not. You know what
Man,
I'm saying?
dude, don't try to mold me or change
Yeah,
me.
I've been doing this. You gonna do this or you ain't? You ain't. You know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
That sounds strong right there. That like I
We
remember
hear you,
that.
Fred, but we can't see you.
I don't hear him or
I
see
hear
him.
him talking. I don't see you though. I hear you,
ESTN network.
baby.